to complete it. Do one problem, but do it with all the intentions. It will be very simple. Okay. The summarized this we have to do is right. The summarized consolidated financial statements for the year ended 30th September for the Tangler Group. Is it for the Tangler Group? Yeah, shown below. They have given you a consolidated financial statements. Okay. See, little bit writing part now, focus on that because writing part is more weightage is there. They gave you the balance sheet answer. Okay. Now, what they want, they are asking is when they gave you the financial statements on 30th September 2005. Okay. On 30th September 2005. Okay. What happened as on means it is starts from when it starts from 1st October 2004. Is it right? Is as at 2004 the consist of a parent Tangier company and two wholly owned subsidiaries which has been owned for many years. On January 1st 2005 Tangier purchased 100% owned subsidiary. Means they have purchased subsidiary on one in the middle of the year. Is it right? In the middle of the year they have purchased called rare metal. The consideration paid for rare metal was a combination of cash and shares. The cash payment was partly funded by the issue of 10% notes. On January 5th, Tangier Company also won a tender for a new contract to supply aircraft engines which Tangier manufactures under recently acquired long-term license. Rare metal was purchased with a view of securing supply of specialized materials used in the manufacture of engines. The bidding process has been very competitive and Tangier increased. See what happens is that this is the thing. Tangier is the group, is the parent company. They have purchased what? They have purchased rare metal. How much they have purchased? They have purchased 100%. Okay. Now they have purchased not in the beginning or end. This is now you can. This is what? This is mid-year acquisition. Is it right? This is mid-year acquisition. Now, if it is a mid-year acquisition, you have to how much they have paid cash and shares, and the cash payment has been funded by the issue of they have taken the loan and they have paid the cash. Now, fine. See, you just they have given very little information. Okay, we have to see as simple as that. You have to build a story. As simple as that. Okay, you have to build a narration, a story, a situation, how it happens. Is it why they are talking in terms of this? They are see you have to why they have purchased rare metal was purchased with a view of securing. They want inputs. Is it right? They want inputs for their manufacturing purpose. Rare metal is going to provide the inputs. They say that why rare metal should be separate. Rare metal should be part of our group so that we don't need to purchase it. Automatically there will be supplied. Is it right? If this is good, there are two types of mergers. Is it right? It is little bit. Is it? There are two types. One type is horizontal. Is it? Horizontal is what you are doing. You are adding new products. Is it? You are adding new products. That is called as a horizontal merger. One is called as vertical. Is it? Vertical is nothing but whatever the inputs. Is it right? Whatever the input. Your raw materials, your advertising. Is it right? Whatever your company needs. Is it? Whatever the company needs. All those things we will do on our own. Okay, we don't need to approach others. Okay, we don't need to approach. Means if you are manufacturing, what they are manufacturing, they are manufacturing engines, is it right? They are manufacturing what? 1 minute. The what they are manufacturing? Aircraft engines, is right? The new contract to supply aircraft engines. Tangier has also won to tender a new contract to supply air. Now aircraft engines, for the aircraft engines you need engines, you need steel, you need spare parts, whatever is there, is right? To manufacture aircraft, whatever is there, that is going to be called as what? That is going to be called as a vertical. Is that you have two things? One is horizontal, one is vertical. Fine. Now that's what it is. Another thing, what happened is they have when they have purchased mid-year. Okay, they have purchased in mid-year, January 1st, and it is only 9 months from January to September. Okay, in January to September. Now still they are paid cash. They are talking about whatever the information is there, is it? They are paid cash. The bidding process is very competitive, and Tangier has to increase. See the thing, this is what it says. Tangier has to increase manufacturing capacity to fulfill the contract. Okay. Now the information keywords, make it a point. You underline in this situation. When the situation is given like this, you small information, little information, then you have to focus on the keywords. Okay. Now again I am saying, we'll go. They have bought 100% owned subsidiary. They bought in the mid-year. Is it right? They bought in the mid-year, and they have paid in terms of 10% loan. They have taken the loan and they paid the things. They won the contract, new contract. Is it right? They won a new contract to supply aircraft. Recently acquired, there is a long-term license also. Is it right? Long-term. Rare metal was purchased. What is the objective of purchasing? To secure the supply of specialized material used in the manufacture of this engine. Is it right? The bidding process is very competitive, and Tangier has to increase the capacity. Is that now? What they are saying? They are talking about the comment on the new contract. Is that they are not talking about the old contract, and the purchase of rare material company may have affected the comparability of financial statements for the year 2004 and 2005. See, when they have purchased it, they have purchased it on January 1st, 2005. When they purchased it on January 1st, 2005, there is no point of analyzing what 2004. Is it right? 2004 is immaterial. Okay, immaterial. Keep it in mind. This is very important. Now, 2004 is immaterial. Even 2005, they have a mid-year. Is it right? 3 months has been over. 3 months over, next 9 months. It is, we cannot compare in the mid-year acquisition. Is it right? Now, first you have to make sure that we cannot make we have to give reasons. Okay, we have to give reasons why we are including or why we are not including. For every statement, we have to give reasons. That's very important. Okay. If you are making a question mark, you have to give reason. Next. And definitely 2005 doesn't have rare material. Is that 2004 doesn't have the rare metal company assets, and 2005 it is a mid-year company. This does not mean that we have to ignore completely also. Is that we cannot ignore completely also. We should make some options. See, this is what a manager talks about. Is that a manager talks about that? Okay, we cannot say that there is no solution. We should get some solution. Is it right? It's necessary to exclude some of the subsidiaries. Is that for analysis? Okay. Now, what happened when we are talking about the comparison? It's still possible. There are some ratios where we can make a comparison. There are some ratios subject to what? See, all the time keep it in mind. Whenever you are writing, make it a point. There will be, you write these are my assumptions and you write these are my limitations. You will get full marks. Take my word, you will get maximum marks because your thinking and my thinking will never match. Two people thinking will never match. But your assumptions, fine. Your thinking is your assumptions. My thinking is my assumption. I cannot say that yes, your assumptions are wrong. No, you are taking the decision based on the situation which you are facing. Is it? That is the reason whenever you write a general question analysis, make it a point. These are my, on these assumptions, I am doing like this. Is it? On these assumptions, and in between you have to make sure that you have to use the financial statements also. Is it? You should not write only theory. Okay, you should not write only theory and say that the theory has been the way. Is it right? Now what happens? Keep it in mind. It is 2004. Is it right? They gave go one by one. Is it right? You have revenue. You have 2005. Make it a point. Why we are taking 2005? Because there is a acquisition that happens in 1st January 2005. Is that you have, see the things, the revenue has been increased. Is it right? The cost will decrease definitely when you are having a merger. Is it right? The cost will decrease. You are not going, previously used to buy the products from rare metal. Now rare metal is part of your system as such. Is it right? That advantage you will get. Your administration cost is there, distribution finance cost is there, income tax expenses is there. Is it right? Apart from that, you have the property, you have the intangible assets. Is it right? You have the goodwill also. Is it right? You have the goodwill also. Is it? Current assets is there, trade receivables and bank overdraft. Fine. Apart from that, what is there? You have the, see, things are very, very specific. Your equity is increased. Other components of equity, fine. You have a retained earnings is there. It has also increased. Is that? Now they have 5% secured loan, 10%. Previously we don't have loan. Is that? Previously in 2004 you don't have loan. Here you have a loan. Is that? 10% loan, which they have taken to pay off the purchase consideration. You have the bank overdraft, you have the tax, trade payables, current tax and fine. Is it right? Now what happens? See the thing. What happens? See the thing. Because here the goodwill has been increased. Is it right? Goodwill has been increased by how much? Goodwill has increased by 30. These are the major things. Is it right? Is it? Goodwill has been. There is how much goodwill has been increased. How much the value of the shares increased. Is it right? See the things. How much is there? The value of shares increased by 250 to how much? To 330. Is it right? 250 to 330. What is the difference? The difference is how much? 80. The difference is 80, and other components. How much is there? 100. What is the other component? We have to assume. Okay, they will not say here there is no other component here. What will be the other component? The other component will be share premium. Is it? The other component will be how much? Share premium. That's what we have to make. Automatically they will give you points on this. Okay, marks will be there on this only. Is there other component? We'll write this one step by step. We will write. Is there other components will be share premium. Okay, and With respect to the profits, all those things, is that it has been said that where is that they have got the overdraft also. Keep it in mind. Okay, previously we don't have overdraft. Now they have the overdraft also. Is that means they have borrowed? Is that they have borrowed overdraft? It is not a good sign, as a matter of fact. Okay, it is not. We will mention that also. And apart from that, what happens to profits? We have to make sure. See, now you see the thing. Previously, they have profit for the year is more 280. Is that profit has been decreased? Is that what are the reasons for decrease in profits? See, the sales has been increased, the cost of goods has been increased, cost of sales, the administrative expenses increased, is it? The distribution increased, the finance cost increased, and the income tax has been definitely, is it? The profit has been decreased, is it? The profit, gross profit increased, is it right? Gross profit increased, whereas the profit before tax has been decreased. But fine, because of profit before tax, taxation will also decrease. Is that now based on this we have to mention, is that we have to mention slowly and steadily one by one. Is that how many marks they have mentioned? They have mentioned how many marks? 5 marks. If they have mentioned 5 marks, specifically focus on 7 different points. Is that 7 different points? Is it? Now I will write here. Is it? Yes. Now make a what is the first one? Are you clear about this? My explanation is okay for you?
Yes, it's clear.
Okay. Point number A. Is it? Year ending, make it a point. First you have to make assumptions. Is it right? First you write what, give some space, okay? In between, give some space and start writing. Year ending 2000 year ending September 2005 is treated as 2005. Okay, year ending September 2004 is treated as 2004. Means we will not write every time September 2005. The moment we say 2004 means it is year ending 2004. Okay, give some space here. Okay, don't write, because whatever the assumptions we will make, we will add those assumptions here. Okay, now what they are asking us, see there are 2 questions has been added here. Is it? Comment on the new contract and purchase of raw material will have affect the comparability of consolidated financial statements. Is it? Of Tangier for the years 2004 and 2005. Now what they say, we have to make, we have to make, is it right? We have to make. See what happens. See the thing. They have acquired rare material. First point. The second point is they got a new contract. Is it right? There are 2 things that happens. First thing is they have acquired what? They acquired a subsidiary. The second one, they got a new contract. Is it right? Both things will have an impact. Is it right? Both things will have impact. Now they got this in the year 2005. Is it right? See, both things happen in on January 1st, 2005. Is it right? Both things happen on January 1st, 2005. Is it? Now. Is it? Point now. I will not write point number one. I will, instead of point number one, I put one dash. Okay? Is it right? I put, what have the key matter? Is it the key matter of significance? The key matter of significance is that, if yes, you have to make, is right? The ratios, comparative analysis, and ratios will not be appropriate because of two significant events. Is it? Because of two significant events. Is it? Because of two significant events have occurred, is it right? Have occurred between these two dates. Is it? Between these. You have to be very specific. Is that? See, I told you, it's like a story you have to write. You have to thread the things. Is that? It's nothing but you are explaining, as simple as that, what happens. Is it right? Is that? The first one is acquisition of rare metal on 1st of January 2005 and getting a new contract. Is it? This means that underlying financial statements are not directly comparable. Okay? Or see, is it? Or not directly comparable because rare material and new contract contributed to the financial statements only for 9 months. Okay, only for 9 months. For the year 2004, neither rare metal or new contract is part of the see, this one I am giving you only an idea. You can write. See, I'm just thinking what is there in my mind relevant to the situation we have to write. Okay? Is that further things? Okay, fine. Now we have to make sure, is that we said that we cannot do. Is that? Is that this means that, is that now you are talking, I will write with another ink, is it right? It will be easy for you to, is that this means that this means that it one minute. This doesn't mean that the comparisons between 2 years are not worthwhile or not possible. But they need to be done with some preconditions or assumptions. Yeah, they are not asking us any calculations. Keep it in mind. They are not asking us any calculation. Don't touch calculations. Compare, comment. That's all they say. Is it right? They are not asking any comparison. In some situations, is that few ratios, don't mention anything, is that few ratios can be possible, is that can be possible using single entity financial statements. Is that single entity financial statements? Is that single entity financial statements? You can calculate only for the year 2004. Which company? Tangier. Yeah, you can calculate for the Tangier. Is it right? You can calculate for the Tangier. Okay, that's all it says. Is it? We cannot compare with the subsidiary companies. Is it right? And for the 2004 and can be compared with 2005 by stating limitations. Is it right? This makes sense. You are giving a message that yes, we have where we have written resumption with some preconditions or assumptions. Okay, this is the first point. Okay, fine. Next, what we have to do? See, goodwill has been increased. Is it right? Goodwill has been increased. Goodwill, how much we have? See, why we are taking goodwill? Okay, what is the reason we are taking? See, you are what you are doing. You are purchasing. Is it? When you are purchasing, definitely purchase consideration is there. Whenever you purchase, what will happen? Either you will get positive goodwill or you will get negative goodwill. Here, goodwill has been increased. Okay, goodwill has been increased. Your share capital is also what? Share capital is also increased. Is that share capital is 80 plus 100? Is it right? Share capital 80. Share premium how much? Share premium is how much? Share. See, we have paid more. Is it right? Share premium. When we have paid share premium, it means it will result in goodwill. Is it right? Carrying amount is less, the market fair value is more. That is one of the reasons about the goodwill. Okay, write another point. Okay, make it how many 5 points are there? Is it right? 5 marks are there. Automatically, if you take into consideration, we have done 3 marks. The first one is we have with the reasons. We said that what is the reason about. See, I will put something like this. Okay, is it? This is the one. The key matters is we are talking in terms of a comparison. Is that we are talking about the under are not directly comparable. This is the second point. Is it right? This is the third point. Is it? This is the third point. I will put like this. You will have clarity on that. Fine. Next, we have to mention. See, that is the most important thing when you are talking in terms of the purchase consideration. Is it? Next, assuming. Is it right? Assuming. You assume that there is no wrong in that, and nobody will cut marks in that. Is right? Is it? The assuming no impairment of goodwill. Is it? There is no impairment of goodwill. Is it right? Rather than, is it? The investment in rare metal has resulted in additional goodwill in the year 2005. Okay, 2005, 230 minus 200. Is it? Which means that investment cost is higher than the carrying amount. Is that? No, carrying amount. Fine. Okay, that's very simple. Just leave there only. Okay, don't do anything else. Is that? Next one. Is that? Another point. Is that what they say? We have to make sure that we don't know the precise. Is it right? Based on the figures presented in financial statements, based on the figures presented in the financial statement, the equity share capital has been has been increased by 180 million, partly by issuing the shares at the rate of 1 per share, and the remaining amount by share premium. Is it a share premium? Now, fine. Next, I'm changing the colors. Okay, I'm changing the colors so that it will be. Is it right? Now, what happened? There have been this acquisition. Is it right? This acquisition has been funded by issuing 10% loan notes. This is what it says. Is that they have been funded by how much? 10% loan notes. How much is the loan notes? Loan notes was not there. 300. Is that? It was 300. And bank overdraft also there. Is that bank overdraft is also 110. Okay. Bank overdraft is also 110. Is that? And during the year, the bank overdraft has increased to 110 million. Is it right? No. Fine. A bank overdraft has been issued. Is it? Because of that, definitely maybe they will have reasons. It can be a short term impact, because bank overdraft is not a long term. Bank overdraft is a short term impact. Is it short term? Next, fine. Now you read the things. Is it how you have built up the scenario as such? Is it right? As the acquisition, is it right? As the acquisition of rare metal, the intra-group, is it right? Intra-group sales and cost of sales may be eliminated. We will do that. Is that may be eliminated? Okay, may be eliminated. Is it right? Is it may be eliminated? Is it fine? It is therefore difficult to determine. It is therefore difficult to determine the benefits. It is difficult to determine the benefits of the investments. Is it right? As it happens a mid-year. Is it right? Is it? Write down after 3 months. Anything you want to mention, just mention in brackets. Is it right? Just mention in brackets. The benefits, is it? The benefits will not be in, will not be in will not be in financial nature, but to take advantage of inputs of materials, for supply of aircraft engines by Tangier. Is it right? This is what we have. We have made a conclusion. Is it? The benefits will not be in financial nature. Is it right? In short term. Is it right? Financial nature in short term. Is it? In short term. But to take advantage of input of raw materials for supply of aircraft engines in the long term. Are you clear about this? Just I'm just reducing it. Reduce. See, this is only an idea which will give. Okay, this is only an idea which what we have to do. We are just developing a concept where we will add the numbers, the assumptions. Is it right? And we conclude it. Okay. If you write, if similar to that, just you have write it like this, automatically things will improve. Are you clear about this?
Yes, it's clear.
Now, okay. What they are asking us is the first one. Is that second one? Calculate appropriate ratios. Comment on the Tagier's company's profitability and gearing ratio. Your analysis should identify instances where the new contract and the purchase of rare materials have limited the usefulness of the ratios and your analysis. Is that you have to calculate the ratios. Now, which ratios we can calculate from this? If you take into consideration, whenever how many ratios they say the up to 5 marks for the calculation of ratio. 5 ratios you put it. Okay, 5 ratios. See, when you are talking about the ratio analysis, is it right? When you are talking, where is that question here? Is it right? When you are talking about the ratio analysis, is it right? I will write on this side, okay, so that I will have space for me. Is it right? See, what are the standard ratios? You take gross profit. Is it right? You take operating profit. Okay? You take operating profit. You take return on capital employed. Is it right? You take return on capital employed. You take non assets turnover. Is it right? Assets turnover. Fine. You take gearing. Is it right? You take gearing. And you take interest cover. These are the standard. Don't if they give you an option that you calculate any ratios, is it right? You can add current ratio, you can add quick ratio, you have all the options. Whichever you find it easy, is it? You can calculate current ratio, you can calculate quick ratio. Is it? Means what we are doing, we on one side you are talking in terms of profitability ratios. Is it right? On one side you are talking in terms of liquidity ratios. Is it right? and one side we are talking in terms of the investment ratios. Is it okay? Now I will put the pointer here only. Is it right? I'll put the pointer here only. Fine. Is it right? No. Oh, fine. First, what we'll do, we'll calculate the ratios. Is it right? Very quickly. B point. Okay, gross profit ratio. I will not write gross profit divided by sales. Okay, gross profit divided by sales. 2005, 2004. Okay, how much is there? Just you put the things. Gross profit is how much? 810,728. Is it 810,728? Eight one zero seven two eight. Eight one zeros into 100, 728 divided by into 100. How much is the gross profit ratio? 27001820. 278018 27001820 270018 ला करीब 1820. How much you will get fast? How much you'll get?
Uh, 30.
Okay.
And then 40.
Okay. Okay. Next, operating profit margin. Operating profit margin, how much is there? Operating profit margin, how much is there? Profit before tax. See, operating profit margin, how much you'll get? 810. Is it right? 810. 810 minus 345 minus 230. Is that how much is the operating profit? 235. Okay, 235. How much you'll get here? 728 minus 200 minus 130. How much? 398. Is that how much? 398. 235, 398. Is it? 235, 398 divided by 2700 into 100 divided by 1820 into 100. How much you'll get?
$8.7.
8.7.
21.8.
21.8. Okay. Return on capital employed, profit before interest and tax. Is it right? It is nothing but same one. Profit before interest and tax is how much? 398. Is it right? You call it as a operating profit, or you call it as a profit before interest and tax. Both are same. Okay. Profit before interest and tax are operate. 235. Capital employed is how much? Capital employed is how much? Capital employed is how much? Is it right? Capital 805 plus 400. Is it right? this, if you add these two, is it right? If you add these two, okay, this is going to be called as a capital employed. Is it right? Here how much is there? 1205. Okay, here how much is there? 645. Okay, are you understanding if I write like this?
Yes.
Okay, now how much is there? See, is that 1205 into 100, is it right? 645 into 100, how much you'll get?
$19.5.
19.5.
$61.7.
Allah. Okay, fine. Next, non-current, is it right? Non-current assets turnover. Okay, non-current assets turnover. What is the non-current assets turnover? How much is the non-current assets? Non-current assets are how much? Non-current assets are how much? Non-current assets are how much? See, it is an option, okay? You have the option here. You can put this when they say it is a non-current assets, is it right? The total of this is a non-current assets. Is it right? Is a non-current assets. Actually, properties they have included. They have done. Okay, we are not doing. They included in non-current assets, property, intangible assets, and goodwill. Okay, if is that we are not doing anything from our side, and you don't do that, we are excluding intangible assets. We should also not do that. What is there in the question? Follow it precisely. Is that what is there in the question? If it is not there, then we will think they gave non-current assets clearly in one segment. Is it right? How much is that? 1210610. Okay, 1210 and 610. Fine. Fine. Good. Now, what is the formula for non-current asset turnover ratio? Any idea? Tell me first, right or wrong, nothing will happen. Sales divided by non-current assets. Is that sales divided by non-current assets? Sales is how much? 2700. Is it right? Sales is how much? 270. 1210. Okay? 271210. Here how much sales? 1820. Is it right? 1820. How much is non-current assets? 610. Okay? How much is non-current assets? 610. This is in terms of times. Okay? This is in terms. How much you'll get? Two 2710 divided by 1210.
2.2.
2.23 times. And 1810, 1820.
2.98.
How much? 610. 2.98 times. Is it 2.98 times? Okay. Next, I'm writing some more ratios here. It is right. You are talking in terms of what? Debt divided by equity. Is that debt divided? Debt is how much? Debt is how much? Debt is 400, 100. Equity is how much? 805, 545. Is it 400 divided by 805? Is it 400, 400, 400 divided by 805? Is it right? And 100 divided by 545. Is it 100 divided by 545? How much you get? 100 divided by 545. How much you'll get?
0.49.
0.49.
0.18.
0.1 percentage. If you convert into percentage 49%, you convert it into percentage 8. Is right? Next, this is another one. Interest cover. Is the interest coverage ratio. Is it right? What is the formula? Profit before interest and tax divided by interest expenses. These are important ratios. Okay, important and important. How much is the profit before interest and tax? 285. Is it right? Sorry, 235. Is that how much is profit before interest and tax? It is 235. Okay, it is how much? It is 235. And how much is the profit before tax in the second case? In the second case, how much is the profit before tax? 235, 398. 398. Interest is how much? 60 and 113. 60 and 113. Okay, and how much is the 235 and 398. Okay, how much you'll get?
3.9.
Interest expenses are how much? Interest expenses are how much? 40 and 5. Sorry, finance cost is interest expenses. Is right? 40 and 5. 40 and 5. Sorry. Interest expenses are how much? Interest expenses are 40 and 5. Now how much? It is in times. Okay,
5.875.
5.875. You put 5.9. Okay, no problem. Times. Okay, and the next one is
79.6.
79.6 times. For just review it. I will give control to you. You can also do that. I is it right? Fine. Okay, you got this. Is it right? Fine. What they are asking you in the point number B, calculate appropriate ratios and comment. Okay, calculate appropriate ratios and comment. Okay, on the profitability, and you should identify instance where new contract and the purchase of have limited the usefulness. Means you have to make sure, you have to always keep it in point that if there is a increase or if a decrease, there is the why there is a increase and how it is related to rare metal. Is it right? How it is related to rare metal. Even it is increasing or it is in decreasing way as such. Okay. Fine. You put like this. Is it? You put like this. Okay. Fine. Now, point number B. Is it right? Point number B. You have to put this table, okay? You have to put the table. I'm not writing this, but in examination, put it in the table. Is that gross profit, operating profit? Is that return on capital employed, turn on net assets? Is it right? Debt by equity? Is it right? Interest coverage ratio. Like this, you have to put it in a 3-column table. Okay? Then you have to start writing the analysis. First, you have to write your assumptions. Is it right? First, write your assumptions. All the issues, just in part A, make comparison of ratios difficult, okay, challenging, as simple. If more information is available. Is it right? Now, is it right? Now, what happens? See the things. Now, your gross profit has been decreased. Your operating profit has been decreased. Your return on capital employed decreased. Your turnover has been decreased. Is it right? Everything went down. Okay? Everything went down. Your debt equity has been increased. Is it right? And your interest coverage has been decreased. There is no positive sign as such. There is no positive sign, and it is fine. It is the first year that happens. Is it right? It is the first year that happens. Definitely don't expect that we will get the returns in the beginning of the period only. Is that will not get returns in the beginning of the period only as such. Okay? Now, just thread. Again, same way. Okay? Same way you put the things in your own words. Okay? You put the things in own words. Is there something, theory, something, numbers, something? Is that you have to relate it? That's very important. The increase in revenue, is it right? The increase in revenue. How much is the revenue increased? How much is the revenue increased? Is it right? How much the revenue increased? 18202700. Is it right? 12700. So you have to take 2700 minus 1820 divided by 1820 into 100. How much you will get? 270 minus 1820 divided by 1820 into 100.
48.3.
48.3%. Okay. Partly due, is it right? Is that what we said? Yes. It is partly due to the consolidation of rare metal. rare metal company. Is it right? Rare metal company. And the revenues associated with the new contract. Are you understanding what I am writing?
The last point, no.
See, what is the one first reason is? The first reason is because of consolidation of the rare metal. What is the second reason? You got new contract. Is it right? You got new contract. When you got a new contract, definitely the sales will also increases from the new contract. Is it right? Is it? When you get a new contract, new business, if you get the new business, what will happen? The revenue will increase?
Yes.
Yeah. Why revenue has been increased? Revenue increased because of two reasons. Is it? Revenue of 48.3% increased because of two reasons. The first reason is we have taken the rare metal. Is it right? One company we have acquired. The second reason is we have got the new contract because of 50% business is increasing. Understand point? 50% business is increasing is not a normal thing. Is it right? There should be something significantly happen. Okay, this must be significantly happen. Then only your business will be increased by 50% as such. Okay, what are the things? First, you have to mention the numbers, then you have to mention the reason. The numbers is 48.3% has been increased, and you have to mention why it has been increased. It has been increased because of what? It has increased because of the consolidation of the rare metal, and another reason is since we got new contract, definitely you got additional revenue. Is it? Now, see the thing. Are you clear about this?
Yes.
In spite of increase in revenue, what happened? The gross profit margin has been decreased. How much it has been decreased? Gross profit margin from 40 to 30%. Is that from 40% 2004 to 30% 2005. Is it? Is it? See what happened? Why they have been decreased? Is it? And operating profit. Is it right? And operating profit has been, and operating profit. What is the operating profit? 21.8 to 8.7, and has been decreased from 21.8% to 21.8% 2004 to 8.7 to 8 0.7 2005. Is it right? Is it? Because of higher, because of increased, because of increased, is it? Because of increased in the cost of sales and overheads, is it? And overheads during the year 2005. Is it? The additional cost can be assumed due to consolidation of rare metal and new contract. Definitely, is it right? You got new contract. Is right? Your sales has been increased. Margins are less initially. See, initially in the beginning, definitely you will not get all the benefits. Is it right? You will not get all the benefits. The benefits will come slowly and steadily in the second year, third year, fourth year. We should not expect that the benefits the investment will give the returns in the first year. Is that we have to write? Is it right? We have to write. It means that the returns will be expected in the years to come. Okay, now you can write little bit on the where is income statement? Yeah, is it right? How much is the administration expenses? Is it how much is the administration expenses? Administration expenses are 345 minus 200 divided by 200. Just tell me how much is there? 345 minus 200 divided by 200. It is how much? It is 72.5%. Is that distribution?
725,
Yeah.
yes.
Distribution is how much? 230 minus 130 divided by 130. It comes to how much? 76%.
76.9, yes.
Is it right? It comes to how much? It comes to 76.9. $72.5 and 76.9. Is it right? No. The increase in administration expenses. The increase in administration expenses of 70, how much? 72 or 73, how much?
72.
72.5 and 76.9. Is it right? 72.5 is maybe one-off cost happened due to consolidation and new contract. Similarly, the increase in what are the other expenses? What are the other one? What is that? Distribution cost. 70 distribution cost 76.9. Distribution cost. The increase in distribution cost 76.9 is right. Due to increased expenses. What are the distribution costs in terms of freight? Okay, in terms of freight, in terms of packing. Okay, in terms of packing, in terms of insurance. Don't write general. Okay, you have little bit. You have to specific. Is it right? Is right? Insurance of the engines. Is it right? They are what they are doing. They are talking about the engines. Is it right? Is it right? That's all you have to write. Okay, means what is the reasons of increase in the cost. Fine. Okay. Are you clear about this? First we have written about the first we have written about the revenue, then we have written about the gross profit and operating profit, then we are talking about the administration expenses and distribution expenses. Then what we have to do, we have to talk about the return on capital employed. Is that right? Return on capital employed. Is that touch and go? That's all. That's very important. Return on capital employed 61.7, 19.5. 61.7, 19.5. As the above profitability ratios has been declined during the year 2005, it impacted the return on capital employed also. ROC has been declined from how much? 61.7 to 19.5. From 61.7% in 2004 to 19.5 in 2005. Is it right? In 19.5. Is it right? Return on capital employed. Is it? This has been declined from the, because of profitability ratios decline, return on capital also declined. Whereas net assets turnover ratio, what happened to net assets turnover ratio? That also declined, is it right? 2.9 say 2.23. Let it 2.9 times to 2.23 times during the year 2005. What is the reason of that? Whether net assets has been decreased? Just think over it. Is it right? Net assets has been increased. Is that net assets has been increased? Revenue has been also increased. Is it right? Sales is also increased, but they have not increased proportionately. Is it right? The net assets has been increased. How much they have increased? We have to mention in the percentage. Okay, we have to mention in the percentage from 1210 610 610 divided by 610. How much we'll get? 12110 minus
0.98.
0.98, 98%. Okay.
Yes.
Net assets has been increased by how much? 98%. Whereas sales increased by how much? Sales is increased by how much? We have done in the previous case, in the beginning. Sales increased by how much? 48.3. Okay. Sales increased by 48.3. Is that sales increased by 48.3? This we have done in the beginning. Okay. We say, see now, see the thing, when the, it means that it reflects. Okay, it reflects that is it? It reflects that there is imbalance between increase in assets compared to increase in revenue sales. This has led to decrease in assets turnover ratio. Is it? Does it to assets turnover ratio? Fine. Okay. Next. Based on the time, you just write. Okay. Don't push so much that you will run short of time. This, do calculations, do the time factor is very important. Is that once you have that, you have space, you can provide edit as much as you possible. Is it right? Next, debt. The last two ratios reflect the debt divided by equity and interest coverage. and interest coverage. Okay. Now what happens? The debt, the debt has been increased. Is it right? The debt has been increased. Is it? If debt percentage of equity increases, it means a higher risk for Tangier company. Definitely. Is that there? Why it has been increased? It has been increased. This has been happened. Is it? This has been happened because of 10% loan note borrowing to pay to rare metal purchase consideration. How much was there? Initially it is nothing is there, is that? How much is there? How much increase? 400 minus 100 divided by 100. It comes to how much? Increased by increased by how much? Increased by 300%. As the increase in debt and decrease in profits it followed it follows with decrease in interest coverage ratio from 79.6 times to 79.6 times 2004 to 5.9 times 2005. The increase in finance cost in the year 2005 is the core is the significant reason to be noted. Okay. Now you just conclude it. Okay, that we have done more. Okay, no problem. Overall, this is the conclusion. Is it right? Overall, the acquisition is right. The acquisition of rare metal to secure supplies of to secure supplies is not cost efficient, as this led to negative results negative results in all the indicators. It all the indicators is giving negative results. Okay, perhaps means you cannot say that. Never say right or wrong. Okay, perhaps in the short run, that to a period of 9 months is difficult to compare. Is it difficult to compare? 9 months, new firm, new contract. Is that you cannot make a judgment on that? It's difficult to compare. Is it a difficult to compare? In the long term, it may this decision can be more result oriented and positive. Are you clear about this?
Yes, it's clear.
Now see what we have learned. I am not talking about what you have learned is very simple. When we are going to write the comments, now you can understand, just build point by point, sequence by sequence. Not write 2 or 3 sentences. That is the reason I am changing the color also. Is that the moment I am changing the color, just I want to show you that we are not focusing on one topic too much. Okay, one topic too much. No, we touch and go. That's all. We are not. If we cannot say that we have to write so much. No. See, everybody will have their own ideas. They will see whether you have met the requirements or not. Fine. Okay. This is the point number B. Explain what further information you might require to make your analysis more meaningful. Is it? What further information you require to make your analysis more meaningful. Now, again, it's how many marks they have given? 3 marks. Okay? 3 marks, 3 points. Okay? 3 marks, 3 points. 5 marks, 5 points. 12 marks, 5 marks you have to calculations. 7 marks is your analysis. Is it right? Now, what do you want? What additional information is required? Is it right? Point number C. Is it right? Point number C as such. Is that? Now you tell me what further information required. With this paragraph, what you tell me, 1 or 2, you tell me points, I will help you to develop the things. Tell me fast.
That they own 100% investment in subsidiary.
Okay. Okay, that's good. Next. %100 investment and
Can you go up again? A new contract to supply aircraft.
New contract to details of new contract. Okay.
Yes, details of new
Yeah,
contract.
details of new contract. 1 minute. I will write that first thing. Is it what you need? You want details of new contract. Good.
Supply of specialized material also.
Supply of specialized material. Okay. Supply of specialized material. Think again. Anything is there?
Increase in the manufacturing capacity.
Increase in manufacturing capacity. Is that increase in manufacturing capacity. Is that you have we have sorted out 4 points. Is that we have sorted out 4 points. The first one is 100% investment. The second one is details of new contract. The third one is supply of specialized materials. And the fourth one is increase in manufacturing capacity. Is it right? No. I will go by your understand details of new contract. Okay, details of new contract. Is it? More information is needed. More information is needed to establish if the new contract is right. If the new contract has been productive to Tangier company performance. Is it right? We have to know whether it will work or not. Is it right? We should know whether it should work or not. There is no information. Is it right? There is no information when the production and sales of from new contract will commence, will start. Is it right? Will start. Is it right? Will start. And further we need information of new contract duration. Is it right? New contract for how many years? That's very important. Is it right? New contract duration. Is it? And the value of contract. We don't have the value of contract, as value of new contract is not there. When there is no value of new contract, how can we come to a conclusion? Is it right? That's very important. And the value of new contract is not there. They have said that yes, there is a contract. But what is the contract? How much is the value? Nothing is there. As you said now, as you said, the details of the new contract as such. Okay? Now you are understanding? See, that is where, see, the moment I will give you option, you will be in a better position to identify. Okay? Now, supply of specialized material. Is it? Supply of specialized. The pricing strategy. Is it? The pricing strategy agreed with rare metal supply of materials. Is it? They are supplying the rare metal. Is it? Rare metal company should be furnished, should be provided. Is it right? So that the effects, is it right? You should know the pricing strategy, supply of that, so that the effects on profits, reported in individual financial statements, and the consolidated one, can be identified. If we don't have anything, we are saying that okay, we are purchasing, but at what price we are purchasing? Is it right? How many? At what price? At what transfer pricing? If you have done F5, you can have an idea about transfer pricing. Is it? At what transfer pricing both the firms agreed should be provided. Is it? At what price that should be provided? Next, what they say, increase in manufacturing capacity. Is it right? Increase in manufacturing capacity. When you are increasing the manufacturing capacity, what happens? What we have to do? We have to increase the sales also. Is it right? Is that increasing the manufacturing capacity should have a clear planning, clear forward planning. Is it right? Clear forward planning about the sales forecast. Is it right? About the sale forecast. Expected to be made both in short term and long term. Okay, expected to be made both in short. Now you understand For see, that is the reason you identify. You will know how to identify the things. It's very easy just to put that thing. See, I will not say. See, I will not say mine is correct. Okay, very simple. I will not say that what I have written, I will get 3 out of 3. Is it right? No. But if I am getting minimum 2 out of 3, it means I am getting 66% of marks. You know, minimum 2 out of 3, it's a 66%. You have to be very calculative. Is it right? You have to be very calculative. Now, again, is it right? Are you clear about this?
Yes.
Now, what they say, I will write something on this also. Is it right? They have done, they have acquired. Is it right? They have acquired. Now, we don't know what is the cost, how much they have paid. Is it right? How much they have paid? Cost of investment we don't know. We don't know the carrying amount of the rare metal. We don't know the fair value. Is it right? We don't know anything. Is it right? It has to be reflected as per IFRS. Okay? As per IFRS. The cost of investment in rare metals, is it the cost of the investment in rare metals company, is it right? Rare metals company, the carrying amount, is it the carrying amount of the assets, is it the carrying amount of assets, and the goodwill, is it goodwill is required as per the IFRS. We should know report. We should know what is the carrying amount. We cannot purchase the company just on the face value. Is it right? We cannot take the company as per the face value. Not only cost, the benefits also. Is that the benefits generated from the investment? Is it benefits generated from the investments and details of sales of rare metals. See, when you are taking the rare metals, you should know the details of sales. Okay, happened before acquisition should be provided. We have to get what is the performance, is it right? In other words, the past performance of rare metals will give an insight about its performance, about its historical performance. Is it right? It will give about the historical performance. Fine. Are you clear about this? Let's see. This is a complete mock exam paper. Okay. This is the complete mock exam paper. How? Now I will send it as a complete one. Okay. Now you can have a clear-cut idea about how we have to approach it. Is it right? All the key issues has been done. Is it right? Step by step. You take note of that. Is that say all section A, section B, and section C? Is that with clear explanation and the workings? Okay. Tomorrow we will do another mock exam. We'll start mock exam. We do slowly. Is it right? See, I don't want to do 5 questions and you will not understand one question. My policy is very simple. I will take time to explain. Is it right? I will explain one question. I will give you a concept. Mock exams will help us only to make sure that how we can approach the question paper. Tomorrow morning, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. Is it right?
Tomorrow morning or tomorrow will be 8:30 till 10:30. Tomorrow class.
You tell me. 8.
You told me tomorrow it will be from 8:30.
Is it convenient for you?
Yes.
Or you want to take it at 9? You want relaxed one? You tell me your convenience.
We will take it at it's okay 7 or 8:30 p.m. يعني.
8:30?
Yes. Not morning.
Morning na?
No, not morning.
Evening?
Yes, evening. Tomorrow class will be evening, la?
Yeah, evening.
Yes.
But I'm going to Nizwar to meet some people.
Okay.